Hey, good morning, everyone. Yeah. A warm welcome to Naresh IT Technologies. My name is Srinivas Basha. Give me 2 minutes of time. Let me arrange all my things together. So welcome back. So I just wanted to share my screen first of all. Can you all see my screen? Can you just confirm? Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. So my name is Srinivas Basha. So I do have 10 plus years of experience in IT industry. Right now, I'm working as a lead software engineer for one of the reputed organization, and I'm part of resource development team where I take part in handling the training, content preparation for the A3 and A4 level engineers in my organization. And these are my certifications. So I have completed the Oracle certified professional Java programming in Java 11. So I'm an AWS certified developer. So I have been certified in the month of April this year. And AZ204, 2 months back, I have certified in this. So both are related to the developer courses only. So coming to my training experience, I do have 8 plus years of experience in the training. And right now I'm working in Naresh IT Technologies as a trainer. So these are my specializations. So Java 17, Spring Boot, Spring Cloud, Spring Web Flex, Docker, DevOps, AWS, Azure, Angular 16, and Bootstrap. So this is totally my tech stack. Okay. So before that, I just wanted to know one thing. Um, you are all here for the real-time project, right? So I just wanted to know a couple of things. Anyone knows about Spring Boot or Spring Cloud initially? So that what I just wanted to know, based upon your information, I can just proceed further in order to show some real-time tools, how we are going to monitor, manage, and how we are going to maintain a centralized logging system and all those things together. Okay, anyone knows Spring Cloud? Okay, thank you. Um, mhm. Okay, so right now, I don't want to do the coding because this is a workshop. I just wanted to show one of my projects which I have, which I'm right now developing for my current real-time batch. Okay. So I just wanted to show one single application. Okay. So I don't want to do any presentations on any of the topics, but right now I just wanted to focus on only the tools that we are going to, use for the real-time project, and we will see the basic things how we are actually interacting with all the multiple microservices in the Spring ecosystem. Okay. First of all, I just wanted to know that everyone is from core Java, right? So I just wanted to know that the people who have completed core Java course, right? So they will be they will be eligible for this particular real-time project itself. Otherwise, you will be facing a lot of problems even when you join the real-time project, because I see candidates who are having an intermediate knowledge in Java or in core Java, but probably that might be helpful for some candidates. But if you don't have any coding knowledge or something like that, then probably you are apart from this course itself. Okay. Um, First of all, okay, advanced Java completed and learning Spring framework. Okay, fine. Spring Boot, I know. Okay. Then probably uh, first 30 minutes, the very first 30 minutes, I just wanted to develop a small application, and I will tell you, my buddy, okay, so how to get coding experience and all this kind of things. But 1.5 hours is really very much minimal to explain all these kind of things. But definitely I will, as this is a online workshop, so I just wanted to show some things better to you all. Okay. But before going to the actual workshop, I just wanted to show some use cases. Might be people are aware of, or I don't know, but yeah, Meenakshi, so we are actually going to see how Spring Boot is going to provide the monitoring and management tools that we can use it as a developer to fix some of the issues, as well as to see the system resources usage and all these kind of things, Meenakshi. Okay. Yes, obviously, right? So if you are a core Java developer, then probably you can join this real-time project. If you don't have any core Java background, then probably this is not for you. Yes, we are gonna use actuator. Okay, let me show the tools first of all. Probably on Wednesday, maybe I will be starting some small use cases with some uh, very good examples. Okay. So the real time project will be on the e-commerce. It's like a food delivery app. So it's like Swiggy or Zomato. So we'll be using the technologies like Spring Boot, Spring Cloud, and probably we'll be using the Google Maps web service mappings. And then probably we'll be using query language like GraphQL, and AWS services like DynamoDB, RDS, AWS Lambda, CloudWatch, etc. Yes, it's a Java real-time project, Avinash. Yeah. Thank you. So can I go ahead with the actual tools that we are going to use? I do not suggest people using Eclipse or STS. I always prefer and always suggest the candidates to use IntelliJ IDEA. Okay. Yeah. So first of all, I just wanted to show some things to you all. Okay. So right now, this is the movie ticket booking system, which is a mini project developed for the current real-time batch. Okay. But I just wanted to show some things over here. Okay. So everyone knows about Spring Boot, right? Everyone knows about Spring Boot. Not everyone. Some people knows about Spring Boot, right? Now, let's say, what is Spring Boot basically, right? So some people will say that Spring Boot is a technology to develop Spring framework applications, and some people will say that Spring Boot is a technology to develop production grade applications. Okay, so what do you mean by production grade? First of all, Spring Boot is not a framework, my friend Abhishek. Okay, Spring Boot is a technology which is used to develop Spring framework based applications. So the duration of this course will be 3 months. Okay, but can I answer all your questions after the presentation, please? Can you stop asking some questions for some 30 to 40 minutes time? If you just give me some time, I will be able to explain some things from my side. Okay, so later on we will be having a lot of questions. Okay, thank you so much for understanding. Okay, so let me tell you, I have this booking service. Okay, it has very little amount of code. Okay, so but if you see here, I have something called some dependencies over here for this booking service. So this is something called the Spring Boot Starter Web, and this is something called the Netflix Eureka client, and this is called a Fane client. Okay, I don't want to explain all these kind of things, but I just wanted to explain only about the actuator from provided by Spring Boot, and I just wanted to highlight that point to everyone. Okay, so Spring Boot is basically used to develop applications which are production grade. So let me tell you what is the production grade first. So let's say if your application is deployed in any of the servers or in any of the cloud environment, so do you have an access to monitor that application without actually seeing is everything correct, right? Whether the service whether the server is running or not, whether the application is down or not, all these kind of things. As a developer, I cannot go to the environment and I cannot open each and every folder. I cannot able to see the logs, etc., and so on, right? So, and also, let's say there are some memory leaks in the application. I just wanted to see that, right? So if any application is going to have any memory related issues, or let's say if any application is going to use high amount of CPU, etc., etc. Okay, so if you have to just to see all this kind of things for your Spring Boot applications or Spring Framework based applications, then probably the only dependency that you need to add is the Spring Boot actuator for your Spring Framework based applications. Okay, so let's say this is a booking service, and I just wanted to say that this is a Marvin multi-module project. This is not a Marvin project. Okay, so this is a multi-module project where I have this couple of services: booking service, movie registry service, payment service, and the API gateway service. Okay, these are all the 4 services that I do have. And let's say I just wanted to start the booking service now. I'll just go to this and I will just start this application first. Okay. I don't know about the fees. You can try to contact with the management, Lalit Kumar. Can you just please stop asking some questions? Otherwise, I will be coming to this chat window again and again. Thank you for understanding. Okay, let's start this application first. And once you have added the actuator dependency for your booking service application, it will actually enable one endpoint for you. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so I just wanted to start the Eureka server application first, because that is actually a client which I'm going to run. So once this is started, then only I can start the booking service application. And now we will see. Okay. So what actually actuator is going to provide, because that is the purpose of this particular workshop. Okay. So once this is started, I will just open the booking service application and I will just stop it and I will just rerun it again so that it will just register this service with movies services registry application. Don't worry about what is this movie services registry, what is this booking service. I just wanted to showcase some tools that we are going to use in this particular workshop. Okay. Okay. So first of all, the application has been started and the application has been started on the port 8080. Now, what I just wanted to do, I will just go to this and I will just open 8080 / actuator. Okay. So once you enter this actuator, so there are some lot of endpoints over here. Okay. So one is beans, one is cache, one is health. And if you just click on this health, it actually says the status of this application is up and running. That means the booking service is actually running and it actually gives the status as up. Okay. So let's say what will happen if I just have to monitor each and every path. So let's say how these endpoints are going to activate. So if you just go to this application.yaml file, there's something called management endpoints, web exposure and include, and this is a start. Okay. So now when you actually give this, so this actuator will be enabled and all the related endpoints will be available for this actuator. So what is an actuator? So actuator is actually provided by Spring Boot, which actually provides some endpoints to monitor our applications. Okay. Let's say the health of this application is up and running. And let's say, what are all the available beans inside this booking service application? Let's go to this booking service. There's a very simple code I have over here. I have this booking API. I have this booking service. Okay, if you just go to this booking API, let's say I just wanted to go to this beans first. I'll just go to this. And now if I just search with the booking API, see here, the object has been created for this. So what are all the objects that has been created for the booking service? We can see all those kind of things in this beans, actuator beans. Okay. Now let's say I just wanted to go to this metrics. So let's say this is a metrics. I'll just open this. And here, let's say booking service is running as a microservice application and there is a Spring Boot application. Now, if I just wanted to see the CPU usage, okay. So there is something called the system CPU usage. If I just copy this and if you just go back a little bit, there are two endpoints. One is the metrics and another one is metrics / the required metric name, right? Now, I will just open this in new tab and I just wanted to give one path variable with the system.cpu usage count, and that we have found over here. This one. Okay. And I just wanted to enter this. Yeah. Now, if you can see over here, right? So right now the value is 1 and the recent CPU of the system of the application is running in. But this is actually right. The developer has to go to each and every endpoint in order to identify what are all the things that are being used by these applications. And if you see that there is something called actuator info, that means it takes basically not going to give any information because we have not documented this application. So these are all the things, right? But there is something called Prometheus. Okay. And if you see here, there's a lot of data coming in over here, and it has the JVM related things, right? And it has something related to, the Eden space, right? So the Eden space, the heap memory, the old generation heap, and all this kind of things we do have over here. But this is actually, this is a cumbersome for developer to see and understand what are these actual memory spaces and all this kind of things. He cannot go to specific endpoints, and he cannot be able to, view such things from his side. The better way to visualize all these things is something related to, we have actually used 8080, which is a port used by the booking service, and it has actuator, and Prometheus is the endpoint. Now, what I just wanted to do over here, right? So I just wanted to, okay, now what I just wanted to do, I just wanted to close all these applications, and I just wanted to stop all these applications first. And also I just wanted to stop the movie services registry application. And now what we will do, we'll just minimize all this. And there is something called a Docker Compose file over here. I have defined all the services over here. So if you see, the booking service has been defined. The movie services registry has been defined. The payment service has been defined. The API gateway has been defined, etc. Okay. Now what I just wanted to do over here, if you just go to this terminal, don't worry about all these Docker related things, but I will just, this is a showcase of the tools what we are going to use and visualize our Spring Boot applications visually through dashboards. Okay. So let me run this Docker compose up hyphen build. And I just wanted to run this first of all. Okay, so maybe I need to start my Docker engine first of all. Docker desktop. So until I start this, it will not be. You'll not be able to understand Divya. Okay, so this is just a showcase of the tools that we are going to use. But let me show the actual tools, and probably I will just go to some of the coding lectures. Okay. So it has been started. Now let me run this Docker compose up hyphen build. And it will take almost 1 minute of time to start all the applications together, and we will visualize the applications in such a way how our applications are actually using our system resources. And if you just go over here, there is something called as task manager, right? So right now, if we are running any of these applications in our laptop machine, it will make use of the CPU, the memory, the disk, as well as the network. These are the only 4 parameters our Spring Boot applications is going to use. Okay. So let us start. Don't worry, I will just showcase the tools, and then probably we will go on to some small demos. Okay. Because this is the mini project which has been already developed with the current real-time project batch. once I show all the things visually, and then probably we will go back to the the coding lecture where I just wanted to showcase a core Java application. Then we will migrate it to Spring Core, and then we will migrate it to Spring Web, and then we will finally migrate it to Spring Boot itself. Okay, but let's wait for some time. That is not required for you, Abhishek, for now. I just wanted to showcase how we are going to do the real-time project in mid. Okay, so you don't have to know about it, okay, right now. But I have something else for you so that I can showcase and demo. I'll tell you, Jayesh, okay, what is the difference between Spring and Spring Boot, all those kind of things, okay? Yeah. So here, if you just wanted to see that, there is something called localhost 8080 and actuator. I just wanted to see that everything will come or not. Yes, it is working. Now I just wanted to open the 1990. Targets. Now, if you see that, these are all my list of microservices which are running: the API gateway, the booking service, the movie services registry, and the payment service. Okay. But if I just go to this graphs, first of all, okay, if I just go to this graphs, there's something called, let me go to this targets first. And I just wanted to select one of this, show more. And it is going to show the endpoint of the application. The status is up. And then probably we have something called how many seconds ago this application has been started and all these kind of things. Okay. Now we have something called, the graph status, where if you just see this, 1 second, I'll just go over here. And here there is something called Grafana. So 90 E000. So this is a Grafana. So here you will be able to identify all your applications. I have already the ready-made dashboards over here. So this is something called, so here if you see the API gateway, the booking service, the movie services registry, the payment service. Let's say if I just have to see the booking service related stuff, I just wanted to change the time over here, last 5 minutes. Okay, so here if you can see over here, it was up for 2.4 minutes and the start time was 9:34. If you see the start time over here, I have started this application at 9:34, and this is the heap used, and this is the non-heap used. And if you can see that there is a JVM memory for this application, there's something called the JVM heap, right? So the JVM non-heap, the JVM total memory for this particular application itself. And if you just go to the CPU usage, there is only 11.14 system CPU usage, which it has consumed. And these are all the threads, thread states, and all this kind of things. And probably this is a Eden space, this is a old generation space, and this is a survivor space. And this is a meta space which has been added from Java 8. And there is no concept of permgen space from Java 8 itself. And if you see that, there is something called non-profiled end methods and non-end methods. Okay. And I just wanted to show one more thing. Let's say I just wanted to hit this 8080. There's something called booking test. So I have got the payment successful. And if you see here, I can just see the logs over here. I just wanted to choose. I'll just go to this explore, and there is something called a tempo, which is used for seeing the logs basically. Sorry, not the tempo, it's Loki. So here I just wanted to select my container, and I just wanted to select this booking service. And now let's say I just wanted to do the live. Okay. Now, if you see this, there is something called the logs which are going to appear over here. I just wanted to run this first of all. I just wanted to cancel this, and I just wanted to run this. If you just go below, there is something called, yeah. So these are the logs, and I just wanted to do a live. So now I just wanted to clear all these logs first of all, and I just wanted to hit the bookings test API once again. And if you can see, we are going to see the live status over here. Okay, so I have just hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it over here, and here if you can see that this is a run query, and see here, entered into booking API, entered into booking API, entered into booking API, and all this kind of things. So we can visually, see our application performance. And also, if you just go to this, the dashboards, if you just go to the connections, there is something called the Prometheus, which I have already added over here. I'll just go to this. This is JVM micrometer. So I'll tell you how to configure all these kind of things. But right now, this is a small showcase on whatever all the tools that we are going to use and how we are going to visualize the applications. That's all. Okay. Now, I know that people will not be able to understand all these kind of things, but now we will do no, I think the recording of this workshop is not required, my friend Surekha. Okay, so probably now I will just go to my actual demo sessions. I don't want to show that monitoring. I just wanted to showcase whatever all the tools that we are going to use. Okay. First of all, I just wanted to, showcase one application to you where we will actually develop a core Java application. First of all, this is the actual flow. So first of all, I know that people are actually from core Java background, and let's say we'll develop a core Java application, a simple, very simple core Java based application. We will convert that to Spring Core, and finally we will convert the Spring Core to Spring Web, and finally to Spring Boot Web. Okay, so these are all the areas. Okay, so now what we just wanted to do, I just wanted to develop a simple notification system, but we are not going to send any notification, but I just wanted to showcase some use case on this particular core Java itself. Okay, now we will just go to this workspace, and I just wanted to show this only in STS because people might be not aware of IntelliJ. So that's the reason I just wanted to showcase this one. Okay. Now, what I just wanted to do over here, I will just create a Java, the Marvin project. And here I will just go next. And there is something called Marvin archetype. Click start. Okay, so choose from org.apache.marvin.archetypes. This is actually to create a Java Marvin project. So I just wanted to call this as com.NareshIT.notification.system. And the artifact name is notification system. That's it. Okay. And I just wanted to name this as version as 1.0 -snapshot. And I just wanted to rename this package as well to this. And that's all. Okay, I just wanted to showcase one simple use case over here with some two different classes. You will like this presentation a lot after 30 minutes. Let me give, can you just give me 30 minutes so that I can go ahead and do all the things from my side, but I will be explaining each and every step from my side. Okay, so let's wait for some time. This is actually creating it. So archetype is basically used to create whether we are going to create a Java Maven project, whether we are going to create a POM-based project or something like that. So Maven is basically used to, download some dependencies which are actually required. I will just tell you, but you can ask this. I'm just going to skip all your questions. I just wanted to be on the right path. So let's say I have this notification system. And let's say I just wanted to rename this to the notification system itself instead of app. Notification system, and rename file to notification system, and I will just remove this. I just wanted to create two different packages. One is API and another one is dot service. So in this API, I just wanted to create one notification API class. Okay, and then probably here in this, notification service. And here, probably what I will do, I will just call it as a client. And here I will just make it as interface. Okay. And here I will just rename this to notification client. And here I just wanted to keep one method, public void send notification. Okay. That's it. And I just wanted to develop a notification service for this. Notification client IMPL. Or I just wanted to say that email notification client. That's it. Okay. Now, what I just wanted to do, I just wanted to implement that notification client. And now let's say I just wanted to override that. First of all, send notification, and we are actually going to do email notification sent. Very simple. Okay. Now I just wanted to go to this notification system as well as the notification API. Okay. Now here I just wanted to auto wire this notification client, which is a interface. And here public void trigger notification. And here what I just wanted to do, this dot notification client dot send notification. Okay. And I just wanted to generate a setter for this. Source, generate only the setter. And generate it. Okay. Now we'll just go to this notification system. Okay. I'll just show you what I have done. Okay. So here I just wanted to create an object for notification API. If we are using a normal plain core Java approach, if we are not using Spring, what are the disadvantages that we are going to see? I just wanted to highlight that particular point. I just wanted to create the notification API first. And here I can just call the notification API dot send notification trigger. Okay. So let's say this is the API. So we need to use this class in order to send a notification, because if you see this notification client, this is just an interface, right? So we need to provide an implementation class object for this particular notification API dependency. Okay. So first, before calling the trigger notification, I need to set this notification client, because this will be null initially at the class level. So I will just go back and I will just open this notification API dot set notification client. And here I just, so what is the implementation for notification client? It is the email notification client. I will just take this class reference object and I will just create an object like this over here. And instead of creating like this, I'll just use email notification client. I'll just import that. Okay. So here on the left side, always maintain notification client because it's the best practice. And here you can just set the notification client as email notification client. And now when you just call the notification API.trigger notification, this has an object of email notification client. When you call this particular method, right, it will actually go to this particular implementation, which is actually a sysout statement, email notification sent. Okay. Now I just wanted to run this first of all, Java application. So email notification has been sent. Okay. Now the problem over here is in the real-time application, we have lots and lots of classes. Okay. And let's say right now this notification API is actually dependent on this particular interface. It is actually dependent on this interface, not on the email notification client directly. Because let's say there will be multiple implementations of this notification client. So we need to sometimes send an email, we need to inject sometime SMS, something like that. I just wanted to keep one more class, SMS notification client. Okay. And if you just go to this, I will just implement it. Implements SMS notification client. Sorry, the notification client. And let's say send notification. And I just wanted to do sysout SMS notification sent. Very simple. Okay. Now, if you just go to this notification system, I can here, I can just change this statement over here and the email notification will be sent. But I have to, set multiple objects to trigger an email as well as an SMS. But right now, we'll just use the email notification client. And that's it. Now, if you see here, we are actually using a new operator to create an object for notification API. And why we are creating an object for the notification client implementation? Because if you see the notification API, there is something called, it has actually dependency on the notification client. And probably when we call this trigger notification, this notification client has to be initialized with some object because this is an interface, right? So it has to send a notification, right? We will call the setter before triggering the notification. And we have done the same over here, and it is going to send the email notification successfully. But I have to automate all these steps. Can we do that with Spring Core? Okay. So what are all the things that we need to do from our side, first of all? Okay. So if you just go to this pom.xml, right? So pom.xml is a place where we have to use Spring Framework related, we need to use Spring Framework related functionalities. That means if you see this notification system, right now we have created all these objects for the notification API and for the email notification client. And we are actually calling the trigger notification at the end. I just wanted to automate the steps. Okay. So how we can automate the steps? So now let's see what I will do. Okay. So first of all, I will just add one dependency over here. So this is the dependencies tag. So here you can use some dependencies provided by Spring Core. So dependencies in the sense, right now I can use only the core Java related classes. If you just see over here, right? So if you just go to this notification system, right now you are actually using one class called string, and there is something called a message. Okay, so where is this class? String class is available. So string class is available as part of the Java language itself. If you see that string class is directly from the Java language, that means the core Java itself, right? So if I just have to use some Spring Framework related classes, then I need to mention those softwares in my pom.xml. Otherwise, we will not be able to use Spring Framework classes. Right now we are using Java library related classes. But when we need to use the Spring Framework related classes, then probably we need to add Spring related softwares. Okay, so how we can download the Spring related software libraries? So there is something called the Maven Central. Let's say I just wanted to use Spring Context, which will provide core libraries which are needed to develop Spring Core based applications. Okay, so here I just wanted to type this, and if you just go to this, right now the current version of the Spring is 6.0.13. I just wanted to add this dependency, and here if you just go to this, there is something called a dependency over here. Just copy this dependency, and if you see this Maven dependencies, right now you have Hamcrest Core and JUnit, because these are the dependencies which are actually required for test cases. Okay, so don't worry about this. I just wanted to add one dependency over here. And once I add it, you will see that I have got the Spring related dependencies, the core part, the context, beans, and all this kind of things. Okay, now if I just go to my main Java class, okay, I just wanted to comment this part first of all, and I just wanted to enter at this line. There's something called application context, which is an interface provided by Spring Core module. And if you just go to this, there is something called new annotation config application context. Okay, now, so here what I need to do, first of all, right? So I just wanted to comment this part as well. Now, so I don't want to create an object using new operator. If there are number of classes, we cannot create all these objects like this. Okay, so let's go to our main class, and I just wanted to annotate this with @configuration. I will try to explain what is this @configuration. So all these annotations are basically from org.springframework.context.annotation, and how these annotations are basically available for our application, because once we add the dependency inside the form, we will get Spring related libraries into our project. Now, once we have got that, we can use the Spring Framework related functionalities in our application to utilize the power of Spring Core. Okay, now let me tell you about this particular things as well. So I just wanted to add component scan. That's it. And let's say this particular step. So right now we have created notification API, space notification API equal to new notification API, right? Now, what I just wanted to do now, so everyone is there, right? Okay, thank you. So here, what I just wanted to do, hope my screen is visible to all. Yeah, thank you, Meenakshi. Yeah, so now let's automate this step. How we are going to automate this step? I don't have to create an object. I'll just go to this notification API, and I just wanted to annotate this with @component. Object will be created. Notification API equal to new notification API. That's it. This is a single annotation which will create an object for our class. Okay. Now I just wanted to go to this email notification client, and on top of this class, I just wanted to add @component. An object will be created for email notification client. Now, if you just go to the notification system, these two steps are not required. These two steps are actually creating objects using Spring Framework related functionality. How? There's something called notification API. Once you place this annotation on top of a class, it will create an object for the notification API class. And once you place this @component on top of this class, it will actually create an object for this particular class itself. And these two steps are not at all required for us. Got it? I'll tell you what is this @configuration and what is this @component scan in 1 minute. Okay. So please give some time for me. So here, let's say I just wanted to, there is something called notification API.set notification client, right? But before that, let's see what are all the objects that are being created. Okay. So application context dot get bean definition names. Okay. So there is something called bean definition names. So whatever all the objects are created. So in Java, we call it as an object, but in Spring, we call it as a bean. Okay. So here, I just wanted to copy this rs.stream and dot for each and system dot out println. Very simple enough. Okay. So here, my project is actually using this 1.7. I just have to change it. I'll just go to the build path. I'll just go to this libraries. I'll just edit this with my system path 17, install JREs, add standard VM directory. And I just wanted to go to this C folder where my Java is installed. Java, JDK. That's it. Select this and finish it up. And probably you can choose this instead of JRE. So since JDK itself contains the JRE environment from Java 8 itself, so finish it. And here we got 17. And now once this is done, our project is actually on this one. So probably I will just use .stream. Sorry, not this one. Dot dot for each. Now I'll not get that exception. Okay. I have to change this compliance also. 1 second. So build path, configure. So here there's a Java compiler. I just have to change this to the 17. Sorry for that. I think now it will be gone. Okay. Now I just wanted to run this and we will see what are all the objects that are created. See here. Okay. So if you see over here, right, so it has actually, this type of internal configuration annotation processor, internal auto-wide annotation processor, and this has created all these beans. Okay. But what happened to our beans actually? So let's do one thing. So application context dot get bean. So I'll provide my class name as notification API. Okay, dot class. And here, I just wanted to get that object. So notification API, and sysout notification API. So let's see whether this object has been created or not. Let's see this. Okay. Now, if you see that there's something called annotation config application context, and this has not been refreshed yet. That means whenever we are going to create annotation config application context, we need to provide some configuration class. Imagine, let's say your friend is having some birthday. Okay. You need to order for a cake, but for giving an order for a cake, you need to give some steps for the bakery shop maker, right? So what are all the steps that he need to do? What are all the preparations that he need to do? And what are all the names that he needs to write? That is something related to the configuration. Okay, so let's say, so to prepare a cake, what the shop, the cake maker has to do, we will be providing all the steps with this component scan. But in order to provide all these steps, right, we need to put it in some paper, right? That paper is at the rate configuration, and this paper is going to have what are all the objects that has to be created. So that's very simple. So we need to pass this configuration class as an object to this particular over here. Now, when we supply this, I just wanted to comment this first of all. Yeah. So now if you can just see over here, here are our objects: notification system, notification API, and email notification client. All these three objects are created by Spring, and we have not used any notification API equal to new notification API and notification client equal to new email notification client and notification API dot set notification. We have not done all these kind of things. Have we done these two steps first of all? No, right? So these objects are already created by this configuration information. Okay, let me tell you what are all these steps. Okay, so when we annotate this particular, because this is a main class, right? This is a main class, and this main class has to be annotated with @configuration first of all. Okay, so what this configuration actually tells to Spring that, hey, I have some configuration information. That means I have some steps with me, and these are the steps. I have some steps with @component scan. That means there are some classes in our application where you need to scan the classes, and if there is @component on top of a class, you just go and create an object for that particular Java class itself. So now if you just go to this notification API, it just sees that there is @component, and it creates an object for this notification API class. And there is something called email notification client, and once it finds @component, then probably it will create an object for this particular class. Okay, now if you just go to this notification system, so here I will just remove, so these steps are already resolved. And now the other thing, once you go to this notification API, there's something called @auto-while. Okay, so once you do @auto-while, this setter is not needed. It will set the object automatically. So I just want to comment this part as well. If you go to the notification system, after these two steps, what is the main step? Notification API dot set notification client, and we are actually passing the email notification client as an object, right? Now, to this notification client, which is a interface, it is actually going to inject email notification client as an object. Now it is going to trigger a notification. Very simple. Now, if you just go to this notification system, now I just wanted to comment this part first, and I will just get the application context dot get bean, and I can just submit my notification API dot class, and here I will just get the bean reference to the notification API. And here notification API dot trigger notification. Now, if you just run this step, it will actually send an email notification. Very simple enough. Got it? So this is the automation behind the scenes Spring framework is going to do for us. Okay, so all these three steps are actually automated. Hope you are clear about this. Why class name dot class? So here you can provide, see how we are going to create object for this notification, right? So if you just see the naming convention over here, So we have actually given small notification API. I just don't want to call dot class. I just call notification API. Okay, but the return type of this one is basically an object. And what we need to do, we need to typecast over here. Okay, so then only we will be getting the notification API. And if I just run this application, it will simply run. Okay, no such bean definition exception. So here, if you see this notification API is in capital letter. So I just have to give the same naming convention, but only the first letter will be the small letter with N as small. And now if I run this application, it will just run it on the fly. That's it. Very simple. Okay. Now I don't want to do this typecasting every time. If I just provide the dot class name, it will actually get the bean from this application context itself. So this application context will have all the beans created from Spring Framework itself. So it is going to get all the objects which are available in the application context factory. Okay, so now we have got the notification API, and then probably we will call the trigger notification, and email notification has been sent. How many steps that we are going to automate over here? Line number 32, line number 33, and line number 34. All these three steps are automated. Imagine if there are 20 to 25 classes, 30 in real time, you will be having 100 plus classes, right? So can we do all this notification API, and then other classes objects like this using new operator? We cannot do that, right? So it's very cumbersome to write such a code using core Java itself, and that's the reason Spring Framework is really going to provide a lot of features for developers so that they can automate this kind of object creation steps from their side, and they can do rest of the coding part. That's it. Let me see. Only the thing is that I want to confirm which you explained just now. All are the part of Spring Core, right? Yes, it's a part of Spring Core, Abhishek Kumar. So we have just added the Spring context, which is a core part over here. This is a this is a core part. This is a dependency. Okay, but let me tell you, I don't want to run this application. I don't want to run this application like this, but I just wanted to start this application on the server. How we can do that, right? So there actually our Spring Web actually comes into picture, and probably we need to convert this application into a Spring Web application. Okay, not Spring Boot. It's a Spring Web application. I just wanted to showcase the scenarios on how to add this application to our web. Okay, so any questions on this? Anyone? Let me see some steps. Yes, Docker and Kubernetes are a part of this real-time course, Rupali. Can anyone send this workshop session through the mail? Yes, this session is for the real-time project is for so we will be using Angular and Spring Boot, DevOps and Docker including. So we'll be doing a lot of stuff in the real-time project. Okay. So no, Krishna Gautam. I will be using IntelliJ IDEA, and I will make all the persons to use IntelliJ. So basically, I will take 10 or 15 minutes of time to explain how IntelliJ is really helpful for a lot of people. Yes, probably. I will not straight away start the real-time project. There is something called a 7 days refresher program before starting the real-time project, Divya Ranjan. Yes, you can attend the classes, Saurabh Raj. So don't no worries. I will be able to explain the Spring Boot, and related modules as well. You don't have to worry about that. So Angular knowledge is not required because Angular will be a part of this real-time project, and there will be a 2-week session, refresher session, and probably you can learn a lot in those 2 weeks what we are going to do and how we are going to develop a Swiggy-based application. Okay. I think next class will be on Wednesday probably. So I think the host has already given the information. Okay, let me ask some people over here. First of all, I just wanted to ask some questions. D. Ramu, you can just unmute from your side. If anyone wanted to talk or if anyone has any questions, you can just raise your hands. I'll just unmute from my side. Suresh Prasad, okay. You can just unmute from your side, Suresh.
Just wanted to know like how it differs from Splunk.
Sorry?
Splunk is one of the monitoring tool, right?
Sorry, Suresh, I didn't get you.
The Splunk log, right? That's normally we run the.
We use Splunk for logging, but we will be using Loki, which has a better organization of the logs visually. So we will be using Grafana Loki for the logging system visualization. We will not be using Splunk because Grafana Loki is the latest logging system, which has a prompt tail, which actually collects the logs from our microservices, and it actually displays some beautiful logs in the Grafana Loki dashboard. So it's very much better than Splunk, and it has a very good scalability, and as well as it is an open source library. We can use it. Suresh.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. Anyone else? Anand Pratik. You can just unmute from your side, Anand.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
So, for the Spring Boot and microservices with AWS Cloud Batch, which version Spring Boot are we going to use in that?
Okay. So this batch is for the Spring Boot AWS Cloud. I don't know, but I'm not sure about it. Basically, I was in the part that this is a real-time project batch. Sorry for that. So tell me your question, Anand.
So, we have another batch for 1st November, Spring Boot and microservices with AWS Cloud. So, just wanted to confirm which version Spring Boot are we going to use in that?
Spring Boot version.
Like 3.14 or 2.76?
No. We will be using the latest versions only, Anand Pratik. If you just see my existing applications, I have basically used all this Spring Boot latest versions only. If you just see the bomb.xml over here, you will see the latest version of the Spring Boot. Got it?
Okay, thank you, sir.
So no questions in that. We will be using the latest versions only.
Sure, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Anand. And Suresh Prasad, I just wanted to, I will talk with everyone. Please raise your hands and make it available for me. Suresh Prasad, you can just unmute from your side. Okay. Manju Priya?
Hi, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Manju, I can hear you. Tell me.
Okay. It was a nice session, so very useful. I want to join Spring Boot and microservices. So you will be starting. I know core Java. So, is it fine to start with the Spring Boot microservices? Like anything else, I need to prepare it before joining that session,
Yeah.
and it will be the
Mhm.
basics.
See, in order to start Spring Boot microservices, right? Anyhow, I will be, taking first 7 days in order to explain um, uh, some use cases in Spring Core, Spring Web, and all this and all other modules as well. I just wanted to show some use cases why we need to use Spring Boot. So if I don't justify that point, then probably people will not understand why we are using Spring Boot actually, right?
Yes, yes,
So I just
yes.
wanted to showcase some use cases for 7 days initially on Spring Framework itself. And then probably I will have some better use cases and the best practices to be followed while developing Spring Boot based web applications, Manju.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Chiban Bhatt, you can just unmute from your side. Chiban Bhatt.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi, Chiban.
Okay. I was saying how many real-time projects we are going to do, and what is the duration for this one?
Can you just talk louder? Your voice is a bit low,
Okay.
Chiban.
Okay. How many real-time project we are going to make practice on it?
So we will be doing only one project, Chepan. This is you basically came here to do Spring Boot microservices with AWS Cloud itself, right, Chepan?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So probably we'll be doing one real-time project, which will have the real-time integrations. Like it will be on live, Chepan. We will not be doing anything local.
Okay, so we will doing practice together with, or we'll just have to see and do it later on.
Sorry, I didn't get you, Chepan.
We will also do practice together with you, or
We will be
how
doing
do
it
you work?
together, Chepan.
And
And
how long
yeah.
it will be the duration of this course?
The duration of this course will be 2 to 2.5 months, Chepan. It's
Okay,
basically on your understandings also, because I will see the understandings of the candidates. So based on that, I can proceed accordingly.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Chepan. Surekha?
Yeah, hi sir, good morning. From my
Good morning.
side, can we get the recording of this session and upcoming sessions, what you are going to explain?
Yeah, definitely. For today's session, there is nothing. Okay. So I
Okay,
will be repeating that on Wednesday as well. So don't take this as a session. Okay.
okay,
I'm
okay,
just here to, showcase what are all the tools that we are going to use for this particular batch. I have just showcased that, and I have just shown some sample how we are
okay.
going to do some automated steps instead of using core Java, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
While using Spring Core,
I
while
missed the first 10 to 15 minutes of this session, so
yeah,
that's why.
first 10 to 15 minutes. Hope you have not joined, because I was actually showing some complex dashboards where people will not have any idea on that,
Okay,
right?
yeah,
So, yeah, probably on Wednesday, probably you will get most of the things in a better way.
okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Krishna Gautam? Okay, I think he is on. Krishna Gautam, do you want it to talk, or how it is like? Suresh Prasad?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi, Krishna.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Krishna. Tell me.
Sir, you are using Spring Tool Suite. What is Spring Tool Suite?
See, do you know Eclipse, first of all, Krishna?
Okay, okay. Sir, I have already used Eclipse.
Yeah, see, Eclipse is basically used to develop Java-based projects. Okay.
Okay, sir.
But STS is also an IDE like Eclipse itself, but it is basically used to develop Spring Boot projects.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so there is no difference, but with STS, we can easily create Spring Boot projects on the fly.
So, sir, I have downloaded Spring Tool Suite.
Yeah, you can download Spring Tool Suite. No
Sir,
problem.
version.
I think whatever the download that you are going to do, that is the latest version only.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Krishna. Deepak Sharma.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, Deepak. Tell me.
So what are the prerequisites for join this particular?
Core Java.
Yeah. Only core Java.
Yeah,
Spring-
only Core Java. I will take care of that, buddy. You don't have to worry about that.
Yes. Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, only Core Java is needed for this particular course.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Amol Salunk.
Hello.
Yeah, hi Amol. Tell me.
Yeah. Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
I just wanted to understand the duration of this course, and second thing, in case if we miss any session during our project work or something like that, will we get recording?
Yes, you will be getting the recordings, Amol.
Yeah.
That will not be a problem.
Okay. And what would be the duration for this course? May I know?
It will be 2 months, Amol. And it can be
Okay.
extended to 10 days more as well, because people will be from slow paced as well as intermediate based and fast paced, right? So basically I need to understand your the understanding. Based on that we can proceed accordingly, but mostly it will be completed in 2 months.
Yeah. And does it require AWS knowledge? Because I see.
Not required, Amol.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Yeah. Thank you, Amol. Priyabratha.
Hello.
Yeah, hi Priyabratha.
Sir, I belong to the Java real-time project at 6 p.m.
Okay, Priyabratha. Yes, tell me.
Yes, sir. So this batch is for same
This
like
batch
that.
is actually for the Spring Boot microservices with AWS Cloud, Priyabratha.
Okay, sir. So what is the difference in that class and this class?
See, in that one, we are going to do a major project with all the major configurations along with front end.
Okay.
And this is basically purely back-end ones, Priyabratha.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Priyabratha. So Krishna Gautam, do you want it to talk again? Please unraise your hands if you don't want to. Ravindra Nikam.
Yeah, hi sir, good morning.
Yeah, hi Ravindra, good morning. Tell me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, earlier I couldn't join the session. Yeah, so though I mean I have some context of the Spring Boot and microservices and also Spring Cloud. So
Okay.
just curious because I couldn't capture the session content properly. So if you kindly inform in terms of how this course includes the AWS specific cloud components also.
Yeah. See, Ravindra, so in order to answer your question perfectly, so everyone develops Spring Boot applications, Spring Cloud microservices based applications on their local machine, and they can run it in local, right? But no one knows how to deploy those applications in the cloud and how to make use of the services like RDS, DynamoDB. So initially we will be setting up all the database related configurations in our local machine, right? We'll be installing MySQL Workbench and all those kind of things. But
Yeah,
we will not be doing any kind of installation in our local machine. We will be continuously integrating with the cloud, and how we are going to develop the applications and interacting with the cloud. That is the major part of this particular course.
Okay, so for Spring Boot and also the microservices, we
Yes, right.
expect to ensure entire development on the AWS cloud environment using the cloud specific components. Is it AWS cloud specific components? Is it?
Right, Ravindra. Exactly.
So request, I mean, if you have covered in today's session, the AWS
I
cloud.
have not covered anything much in today's session, Ravindra. This is just a workshop. Basically, the management asked me to give some demo on real-time tools. But when I have started showing the Grafana, Prometheus, and all this kind of Grafana, Loki, and Tempo, so many people are confused. So I just stopped that session and started with the basic core Java and done some automated steps using Spring Core. That's it. So Wednesday, you'll be getting most of the things from my side. So that's what I can say.
Okay, sir. And when we talk on the web application, yeah, mainly Spring Boot and microservices, yeah.
Right.
So we think on the web application development.
Hmm.
So when it is the cloud, say specific integration for web-based application, yeah. So what all say topics are part of this particular say subject? In the sense, it is if it is just say using the cloud specific say
No,
data
it's
source.
not something related to cloud, my friend Ravindra. So here, basically, we need to use the Spring Framework related modules as well as Spring Boot features in order to develop our microservices. Once we develop all those microservices in local, at last we will just make the configurations to communicate with the cloud databases instead of local databases.
Yeah, so it shall be the AWS cloud database, and whether it shall cover the deployment also, web application deployment, for example,
Yes.
container
DevOps
or.
is also included in this, and we will be using Docker and Kubernetes to scale for seeing the scalability as well as for load balancing.
Okay, okay. So, I mean, the scope shall be just development of Spring Boot and microservices on, say, local machine, yeah, using, say, Spring Cloud components also, and then ultimately using the AWS cloud specific data source and Docker and Kubernetes, these components.
Exactly.
And
Yes.
insurance. So, I mean, the DevOps part also being covered. So, I mean, are we planning to develop some DevOps pipeline to ensure the end-to-end deployment of the solution, or
Right,
how?
right, Ravindran.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So I think anyone is left. Who is this? Abhishek Kumar.
Good morning, sir. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
hi, good morning. Good morning, Abhishek.
Sir, actually, I just wanted to know that the new batch which we are going to start on this Wednesday. So, are you gonna use the Docker and the Loki which you have explained? So that also will be used.
Abhishek, I have just stopped that particular demo because so many people are confused. What is this Grafana? What is this Prometheus? And what is this Loki? No
But sir,
one
it's
knows
quite
about it.
interesting, sir. So means
Yeah,
I
it
just
will be interesting, but for people who came from core Java background, when they have seen those dashboards, they were really shocked whether we are going to learn coding or we are just going to do monitoring. So I just stopped the session and I just started with the simple core Java and automated some steps with Spring Core. But we will be doing that in our actual batch.
new batch.
Yeah, but no one.
Okay, sir. Got it. No problem.
Yeah.
And sir, apart from this one, I have another question. Actually, I'm also planning for the certification, 11 certification. So I am having the book for this Jenny Boschke and Scott Selikoff. So whether this book is enough, sir, to study and complete the training for this
To answer your question perfectly, Abhishek, I have actually taken 6 months of time for preparation to do the Java 11 certification.
Okay.
And most probably I have almost reached to 90%, and 10% maybe I have made it wrong. But the exam was very typical. It was very difficult. Okay, it was not that much easy. So you need to go through various sources which will help you a lot to crack the certification. It's not that much easy, Abhishek. It requires a lot of coding knowledge as well as strong in-depth knowledge on the core Java related use cases and functionalities. Abhishek.
Got it, sir. Thank you for this
Yeah,
information.
Yeah. Thank you. And so Deepak Sharma, do you want to talk? Abhishek Kumar, you wanted to talk, and D. Ramu, you wanted to talk. Can you please raise your hands? Okay, there is something called Masuma Bhasha. Yes, Masuma. Okay, she's not there. Saumati Veda. Rajshekhar Kolla. So just come for the Wednesday session. It will be very much interesting. So don't worry about today's session because I have not given anything. I just wanted to speak with the persons who need to grab some information from my side. Yes, Rajshekhar, please tell me.
Actually, I want to start with the Spring Boot core Java. Is there any batches starting for the core Java and Spring Boot?
Core Java and Spring Boot. You can check with the management, Rajshekhar. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Sau Matuveda.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah. I just wanted to check, like, what are the topics covered? Like, do you have the course content to be shown now?
I think I have already shared with the management. You can check with them. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else?
I think that's all.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone is there to talk anything about, or can we conclude? Ramu, do you have any questions? Krishna Gautam?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Ramu, tell me.
Actually, I'm working as a manual test engineer.
Okay.
I don't understand things this session.
I know. Yeah. So probably the major agenda of this session is the monitoring and management tools only.
Yeah.
Because this management and monitoring tools are really helpful when the application goes to production, a live environment. Right. So that's the total idea, Ramu. So probably you can just attend the Wednesday session where I will be explaining the core part, the Java part itself, where Spring Core, how we are actually doing the automation steps using Spring framework related functionalities instead of using plain core Java.
Okay. Actually, it is completely online or offline. It is possible to attend the offline classes also.
Yeah, it is an offline session and come online as well. The people who wanted to join in online.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Krishna Gautam, do you have any questions? Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi, Krishna.
Sir, I want to some information. This batch is full stack Java batch or a separate batch?
I think this is not a full stack batch, Krishna Gautam. There is a full stack batch with the real-time project. Krishna, you can just check with the management, Krishna.
Because I am a full stack Java student.
Okay.
I have already attended core Java, advanced Java.
Okay, then probably you can just check with the real-time project because I am actually taking the real-time project with the Java full stack with a DevOps as well as a cloud and the front-end part. So you can just check with the management, Krishna.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Sir, good morning. This is Srikanth, sir, from Naresh IT Management.
Yeah. Hi, Srikanth. Tell me.
I was just dropping messages in the chat box, sir. Sir, this batch is Spring Boot microservices and real-time project is not for the full stack students, sir. Even they have to pay the fees. So there would be some concession related. There would be admin for the batches, as you know. So they will be informing the fee structure and everything to them in the chat, sir. Ask them to just attend the classes.
Okay. Sure.
Sir, can you please share the content posters? I think Chitti Babu has shared you.
Yeah.
Chitti Babu, you just post them in the notepad or on your screen, sir, so that they will be knowing what all topics will be covered.
Okay. Sure.
That would be easier for students to understand, right, sir?
Yeah. So this is for real-time projects, Srikanth?
Both for both Spring Boot and real-time project. Both posters are there in the website, as well as I think they have shared me. So we have a group. If you share me your number, I'll just add your number and share you the posters in WhatsApp.
Okay. Sure.
Can you please? I'm just putting a message in chat, sir.
Okay.
So can you share your number, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, please share it to the host and the panelists, sir, not to everyone.
Yeah.
Or else your number will be public.
Sure. Definitely. Yeah, this is my number, Srikanth.
Yes. Thank you, sir. I got your number.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm muting myself.
That's all, Srikanth. So probably you can call me.
Yeah.
I just wanted to talk.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you all. So if anyone is interested on the sessions, you can join on Wednesday. Probably you will get most of the content on Wednesday itself. So that's the promise I can, give it to you. So have a great day and happy learning, guys. Bye.